It's truly not just a big change in vehicle design, but a transformation in vehicle manufacturing. That's how Elon Musk describes the upcoming Tesla Model 2. A car planned to completely reshape what reasonably priced electric travel can be. After many months of people guessing, leaked early models suggest a small hatchback that focuses not on luxury or massive size, but on clever shapes, very good aerodynamics, and ways to cut costs that could totally disrupt the electric vehicle (EV) market. So, what specifically makes the Model 2 special for driving every day? How could its size and overall shape make driving in congested cities and quickly loading things easier? And how might the unique butterfly doors and the new way it's put together lead to longer range and lower costs to own? In the next few moments, we're going to fully explore all of this. And please don't forget to subscribe to Auto Fusion to help the channel reach 8,233 subscribers. Then click the notification bell so you never miss what we post next. Not a big SUV, not a traditional sedan. How the Model 2's small hatchback style makes it perform better when driving in the city. From the images we've seen, the Model 2 is clearly not trying to be the biggest or heaviest car. With its compact size, it focuses on being practical and efficient. This car is about 13.8 feet long and 5.6 feet wide, which is 10% shorter and 8% narrower than Tesla's smallest current car, the Model 3, which measures 15.4 feet long and 6.1 feet wide. Even when you compare it to other small EVs like the Chevy Bolt EV at 13.6 feet long and 5.8 feet wide, or the Hyundai Kona Electric at 13.7 feet long and 5.9 feet wide, the Model 2 is still smaller. In large cities like New York or San Francisco, where over 60% of parking spots are less than 6.5 feet wide, the 5.6-foot width of the Model 2 makes parallel parking much simpler, potentially saving you up to 30 minutes instead of driving around looking for a spot every morning. At the same time, the 13.8-foot length gives this car a tighter turning circle, making it more agile when turning around at small intersections or dead-end streets. But does this size mean the car will feel like those inexpensive, boxy Chinese electric cars? Slow and sluggish? Right here, we're going to show you two key design features that give this car an aerodynamic advantage that completely changes what we think about how affordable EVs can perform. First, the unique hatchback roofline design that nobody has mentioned yet. The Model 2 roofline has a slope that reaches 35 degrees compared to 20 degrees on the Model Y, which shortens the rear section from 34 inches to just 28 inches to lessen the area that creates wind resistance. The second feature is on the front end. You can see a new two-part light strip. The top part is a slim LED matrix strip of only about 0.8 inches. The lower part is a larger headlight of about 4 inches. Compared to the single large headlight unit, which is about 12 inches wide on the Model Y, the Model 2's design reduces the total headlight area by about 25%, making the front narrower by almost 3 inches, from about 33.5 inches down to 30.7 to 31.5 inches. With this front design, the wind contact area of the Model 2 is reduced by 10%. In the end, the Model 2 achieves a remarkable drag coefficient of 0.2223 CD, which is lower than competitors like the VW ID.3 at 0.3 or the Ford Mustang Mach-E at 0.285. Wind tunnel testing at 62 mph shows the drag force on the Model 2 is only 150 pounds, compared to an average of 200 pounds for most sedans. It will be able to accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in 4.5 seconds, while using 12 to 15% less energy compared to the higher drag vehicles we just mentioned. So, with a 50 kilowatt aluminum battery that provides a range of 300 miles, the improved aerodynamics of the Model 2 can stretch that range to 340 to 360 miles per charge. And for drivers, this means fewer stops at charging stations and less frustrating waiting at busy chargers when you have a packed schedule. So, which advantage of the Model 2's hatchback design most impresses you? The compact size for easier city driving or the aerodynamic improvements for better performance? Share your thoughts below. What makes the Tesla Model 2 feel roomier inside even though it has a small outer shell? Thanks to having shorter sections at the front and back and a stretched 104-inch wheelbase, the Tesla Model 2 features an almost completely flat floor that provides extra knee room. Because of this, the rear seats are positioned more upright and naturally. Forward visibility in traffic gets better, and the cabin feels larger than the car's physical size would suggest. Adding to that sense of space, the rear hatch makes loading simple with a low 26-inch lift over height. With the seats in use, the Tesla Model 2 offers about 18.5 cubic feet of cargo space. And when the 60-40 split bench is folded down, it opens up to roughly 41 cubic feet. This means a week's worth of groceries, a folded stroller, or two 54-inch bicycles can fit inside without needing to remove the wheels. And the easy-to-clean seatbacks can handle muddy weekend trips without issue. To keep daily items tidy, the Tesla Model 2 includes a small 3.1 cubic foot front trunk, for things like a laptop bag, lunch, and charging cables. Combining that storage with a well-designed driving position, the Model 2 places the hip point at 24.5 inches for a clearer view, while the low dashboard and thin 3.2-inch A-pillars reduce blind spots at junctions and pedestrian crossings so you can steer the car with confidence. Toughness and simplicity continue to be features in city driving. Curb-friendly aero wheels with strong rim protectors help the Tesla Model 2 cut down on wheel repair incidents by an estimated 30% in busy urban use. At the same time, stop-and-go traffic feels less stressful because the regenerative braking is set up to provide up to 0.25 degree of stopping force for true one-pedal driving. And the standard friction brakes kick in on steep downhill slopes to keep energy use consistent. Comfort completes the experience. Inside the Tesla Model 2, noise levels are aimed to be around 66 dBAA at 45 mph on rough asphalt, which keeps conversations easy. On hot days, the climate system can cool the cabin from 95 grader down to 75 in about 5 minutes, and keeps the power used by the compressor steady, so the driving range is protected. Finally, parking brings everything together. Smart Park allows the Tesla Model 2 to remember your regular parking spot and perform the maneuver repeatedly with about 4 inches of accuracy, which makes fitting into narrow garages feel effortless. Overall, the small size makes positioning simple. The interior design increases daily flexibility, and the aerodynamically focused body helps the Model 2 stretch every kilowatt-hour by an extra 8 to 12% on short city journeys. How does the butterfly door design protect your joints? Why butterfly doors? Are they just for a modern look? For the Model 2, this is a clever solution to protect drivers' important joints, especially helping drivers over 60 years old when getting in and out of the car every day. Instead of opening outwards like usual, butterfly doors open straight up with double hinges on the roof, creating a wide opening angle of up to 90 degrees. The doorstep is lowered to only 6.7 inches from the ground, which is 50% lower than the 13.8-inch height in the previous Model Y, or the SUV Ford Mustang Mach-E with its 16.5 inches. This is a big difference when you compare it with a traditional sedan door. The side opening door is only 35.4 inches wide, and drivers have to bend down 15.7 to 19.7 inches to avoid hitting the roof. This action puts a lot of stress on the back, knees, and waist joints, which can easily lead to pain or the return of arthritis over time. Butterfly doors, on the other hand, create a space that is 1.3 times wider, comfortable enough for people up to 6'3", tall to easily enter and exit. Drivers simply need to step in with one foot first, keep their back straight, and then gently lower themselves into the seat to sit down in a natural, straight position without needing to bend over. It helps reduce up to 70% of the twisting force on the lower spine. Meanwhile, the lower doorstep is especially useful when you are picking up grandchildren or carrying objects, as it helps you avoid sudden lifting movements that strain the knee joints, lowering the risk of arthritis flare-ups. With more than 64% of Americans over 65 suffering from arthritis, and back arthritis being a common type that causes pain when bending or turning, these aren't just figures, but a way to address a lack of health protection, easing constant pain, especially when the weather changes. What do the Tesla Model 2's butterfly doors achieve, besides just protecting your joints? Butterfly doors on the Tesla Model 2 are not just about the first moment you step in. They are designed for every moment after, and they are calibrated for real-life situations. Sensors in the Model 2 roof rails check the space above and to the sides within, about 30 centimeters. They then adjust the lift height and speed so the door avoids hitting. A low carport roof and pauses in a multi-story garage where sprinkler pipes are lower than you expect. In typical use, the Model 2 door panel rises to 90 degrees in roughly 1.2 to 1.6 seconds, which feels quick yet controlled for daily entry and exit. To keep the experience sophisticated, the Tesla Model 2 uses a soft close motor to gently complete the final 6 to 8 millimeters of closing. This maintains the weather seal, keeps wind noise low, and prevents you from having to slam the door shut. Caregivers will appreciate the smart design of the Model 2. The step-in height works well with a wider sill that is about 2.5 inches broader than a typical small hatchback. So installing a child seat requires fewer uncomfortable body twists and can reduce setup time by about 20%. The latch path on the Model 2 is also designed to stay out of your way, reducing the chance of your knees hitting the panel and cutting down on accidental bumps when parked on the street by an estimated 30%. Durability in rough weather is built into the Tesla Model 2 hinge system. It uses a sealed, permanently lubricated cartridge and a corrosion-resistant arm that has been tested in 1,000 hours of salt spray exposure with no sticking found. A gas assist strut helps the compact electric motor, so the movement remains smooth. If the Model 2's 12V system is powered down, a manual pull of about 15 ubs of force will still open the door from the inside, which keeps you in control during rare moments of low power. Tight city parking spaces are where the Tesla Model 2 SAO2 butterfly doors show their true daily value. The door lifts up within the car's own space instead of swinging out into the next parking line, which lets you get out easily in bays only 2.3 to 2.4 meters wide and helps reduce arguments about scratched paint. In the rain, the Model 2's upward motion channels over 90% of water away from the seat, so your lap stays dry while you buckle up. Accessibility is also a key consideration. The opening height on the Model 2 welcomes users up to about 6'3", and the steering column automatically moves up and away as you enter, then returns to your saved position after you sit down. A specific grab handle on the roof edge helps with the final 10% of the standing and turning motion, which is where most slips happen with side-hinged doors. Safety and structural strength come together in the Tesla Model 2. Roof-mounted locking claws connect directly into the side frame, so when the door is closed, it acts like a support brace instead of a weak point. In side impacts, this bracing can add around 12% to the car's stiffness, which improves the Model 2's crash protection strategy. Convenience, comfort, and protection are all packed into a movement you repeat many times a day in the Model 2. And over a year of city driving, it translates into hundreds of easier, drier, and less stressful entries and exits for your shoulders, knees, and lower back. Why will the Model 2 likely need no frame repairs for 15 years and save you thousands of dollars? More flexible, faster to build. And now, the Model 2 is designed with a frame that works like a shield, aiming to give you the safest, longest-lasting rides possible. A new step in Tesla's unboxed process, which was just officially approved on September 23rd, will be used for the very first time to construct the Model 2. This automated assembly process uses a specialized assembly area with fixtures designed specifically for each exterior part. It combines world-class standards from advanced 3D positioning systems. Think of it as a GPS for the factory. The system uses lasers and AI to line up components with extreme accuracy, precise to 0.000 millimeter, which is about 1/100th the thickness of a human hair. Parts will be held in place with vacuum clamps. Then, a special hyperbond structural adhesive, inspired by SpaceX spacecraft design, will be applied where the parts meet the car's structure. During this process, the error rate is reduced to 0%. This method gets rid of 5,000 bolts and welds and replaces them with only 450 strong connection points, which means cutting 95% of the weak spots that cause gaps, vibrations, and frame bending over time. Instead, the structural glue can handle pressure up to 138 megapascals, which is the same as the force of a 5-ton elephant standing on an area as small as a postage stamp, creating a flexible bonding layer that turns the entire car frame into one solid structure, like a shield, to protect you and your family. In the 80 km/h H-crash test, the car frame with hyperbond glue spread the force evenly, reducing deformation by 98%, protecting the people inside more effectively, and lowering the risk of injury. Durability is also taken to a whole new level. Even after 15 years and 3 million miles, the frame remains 95% intact, with no bending and no rust. Traditional welded frames, in comparison, often start to crack or rust after only 3 to 5 years, forcing you into constant trips to the repair shop. With the Model 2, you'll save $1,500 to $2,800 a year in maintenance costs and can put that money toward a family vacation or retirement fund. And because the frame is many times more durable, the Model 2 can keep its value much longer than regular cars. While most vehicles lose 50 to 60% of their value after 5 years, the Model 2 is projected to lose as little as 15% when just considering the frame's impact. That means it keeps its worth for a significantly longer time, adding an extra $4,000 to $6,000 in resale value compared to similar models, giving you a clear financial advantage when it's time to trade in or upgrade to the next model. So after all this, the Tesla Model 2 really is a statement about how electric cars can be smarter, simpler, and built for the way we actually live. From the way it navigates through busy city streets to how it's engineered to last for decades. Do you think the Tesla Model 2 is the big development that finally brings top-quality innovation